Right, I think we're live.
Hello.
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 Hello, everyone. Welcome to Das Endless Stream.
Hello.
With me, Tim XR, and him, Mr. Echolox. Matt Echolox. So yeah, this is our community night. This is where we just hang out on Twitch and chat to people and field questions about the future, the past, and we can. I mean, whatever. Yeah, wherever it goes, it's just a natter. It's a natter amongst friends. So if you're in the chat, say hi. Big up to chat.
Oh, there we go. Avery King is here on YouTube.
On YouTube. Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, maybe I should open the restream chat then.
I got them all here.
He has them all. He's ahead of the game.
I'm just surprised that YouTube chat is even working with Restream right now, but that's cool. Now we know that Avery King's watching. Hey.
So you also something very weird is happening here. So I have a blue arm.
That's new.
Which is new. That's the latest thing for me. Is my.
It's only available on the latest build of Endless, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the special blue arm effect. I actually have no idea. This wasn't doing it that before. So these riffs are actually pink and red in real life. The waveform is green. So something very skew-if's gone on there. But anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to go and try and fix this. Punctrometer Intel hand. Yeah, maybe head over to Twitch. I don't know. We generally send people over to Twitch, don't we?
But in reality, it's not like, oh, this is the stream where we hit 100 viewers at the same time, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. If you're comfortable on YouTube, stay on YouTube.
Yeah. Did we post in? Did you post in Discord? Shall I post in Discord?
Oh yeah. If you're right on it, yeah, we can just chill a bit while people stream in.
Yeah, let's. Yeah. We've got our nice little whispery hello.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
So if you're just tuning in, today is community night, basically Q&A night. We're just hanging about, just doing this, talking to you. If you've got questions about Endless Studio, about Endless in general, that's today is a good day to post these questions in chat. We're gonna answer them as best as we can. And make a little bit of music around that. Theo is live in chat.
Ah, Theo! Salut, ça va? Ça va les mecs?
We had a great jam on the weekend.
There have been some great jams. I've been kind of lurking in the feed, listening to. There's some really good stuff coming through. And I are live on Twitch right now, shooting the breeze and jamming. Come and hang with us. It's been too long. Kind of has for me. I've been pulled away on all the things. Oh, the smoosh. The smoosh is here.
Just a little smoosh to wake you up.
A little smoosh to make sure.
Not you, but the viewers.
Okay.
Hey, Stoic. Happy birthday, Stoic.
Ah, bon anniversaire, Monsieur Stoic. Not so long. Oh, it's your girlfriend's birthday. Well, happy birthday. Oh, hang on.
It's Theo's girlfriend's birthday.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought it said Stoics. And it's Stoic's.
No, it's also
birthday.
Stoics. Yeah, it's both.
So this begs the question: is Stoic Theo's girlfriend?
Oh.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But that would be nice. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Right. https:// Right, now become a hyperlink. Send now. 1,900 plus people. Well, our Discord server marches on.
Yeah, blowing at the seams. But
yeah,
we're having a good time on there.
It is good, yeah, I do. Breaks here, Break, hello. Jimmy Sandwiches, hello. Yes, no, I've become a sort of endless lurker recently. I was basically in between all the machinations that I have involved myself in to, make this all happen. In between that, I go and lurk on Discord, so I do have my ear at least partially to the ground, and I also lurk in the Riff Feed. Let's just go into the Riff Feed. Oh look, here we are in the Riff Feed. I'll refresh latest and see. Oh, there's a Happy Birthday Stoic riff from Red Sky Lullaby.
Well, there's a Happy Birthday Stoic jam happening.
Oh, is right? Okay, I clearly don't have my ear enough to the ground. Anyway, I'll send some love to that just because it's Happy Birthday. We should. Oui, Dominique by Juanito. It's kind of a bit like the olden days of Riff of the Week.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, we can bring it back using the Riff Feed, but I got a feeling there's even more riffs on the Riff Feed now than there ever were in the Share Your Riff channel on Discord.
Yes, that is very true. Although they kind of play back much more conveniently now. I think the playback on Endless is much more convenient than the playback on Discord. Not this in Discord, but Discord wasn't designed to play riffs back. Endless was. So if we weren't better at them if we weren't better than them at it, we would have lost.
However, the consequence of the Riff Feed is that we have a little bit of an identity crisis with the Share Your Riff channel, because we don't know really, okay, do we change its focus a little bit? Do we get rid of it because we got the Riff Feed now? We still don't know. So if you got an opinion on that, today is a good day to post that opinion
in the comments
here on the Discord,
or here on the Discord, or there in the chat.
Yeah.
I really wish I could kind of reach, just tickle Echolox's ear. That'd be funny. Oh no. Anyway. Hey, Terrafeeder, DJ Bonus 69. I always wonder, when people have numbers at the end of their name, I always wonder, was that the year you were born? Because often...
Not gonna ask about 69 in this particular case.
No, we won't ask about that. We are Discord, yes. Amazing. Andrew Bonica, DJ Bonus 69.
We're on Discord. If you're on Twitch, and on Twitch there's actually a link to our Twitch on the below the player if you're on desktop.
I could. Well, tell you what, I'll try and be clever and. No, hang on. Maybe I can find the link on our profile and then post it in. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Nonsense Evening on Endless.
It's the best.
We're just hanging out. But it's very nice.
Some stuff to this.
It's very nice to hang out. I was listening to Riff, wasn't I? And Echolox is now making music, so I should dive into. Did I give that one the love that it was due? Oh no, it crashed. So Django Mango 20. Yeah, I know. I really want to know what is up with this blue arm. I feel like I've just stepped off the set of Avatar. Maybe there's some kind of color correction on in my webcam settings. Hauptauge HD. But it's doing some kind of white balance correction. I don't know. So settings panel. There it is. So I changed the hue to white. Now it's kind of, this is wild. Right, that looks slightly more normal, but no, all the other stuff has gone non-normal. Very weird. Should I just make it black and white? No, that hasn't done anything.
I just tuned in and it looked almost all right.
Yeah, no, it was momentarily almost all right.
Okay, this is the first time I'm seeing the blue. I think I say we keep the blue.
Do you say we keep the blue?
This looks rad.
Shall I just whack the saturation up?
It's good for the thumbnail.
It is. Yeah. Maybe I should just go into OBS and give Echolox a wild hue shift.
Oh no.
Anyway, hi everyone. Silly evening here. Killmobile. Yeah, this is art. You're right. This is art. Theo, have a very nice evening with your girlfriend. Happy birthday to her. The Boundless, welcome everyone. Welcome to what is rapidly turning into silly season. But that's fine. So, shall I continue going through the latest riffs, or should we make music? I don't know.
I don't know. Do people have questions?
Well, yes.
Are there any new people here on
Luke.
Twitch today? Anybody who's joined over the last, I think 2 weeks actually. It's been 2 weeks since we did this particular stream.
Oh yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So yes, any questions? Do you want me to make Echolox blue? Okay. Right, here we go. This is just fun evening now. Filters. Oh, there's already a color correction on him. Hue shift. Right there.
God.
Wow, that's pretty cool, actually.
Should I remind you that I did have blue hair for like 5 or 6 years? Oh God! No.
Kind of looks like also stepped off the set of Avatar. We could make him green.
I'm about
pink.
to join Eiffel 65.
What's that?
I'm about to join Eiffel 65.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, you don't know blue dabba dee dabba die, and so on and so forth?
No, I don't.
It was like this Italo house, Italo disco thing in the 90s.
Oh, I do like a bit of Italo house, Italo disco things in the 90s. Well, let's go back. Let's go into the jam. Now we've got my blue arm, Echolox in green. I
wish to not be green anymore.
Oh, really? Do you want me to de-green you?
I would kind of appreciate not being green.
What colour? You have to be a colour.
The regular one.
Right.
The regular colour correction.
Okay. Oh, I can't make you blue. Or... Right. Okay. Here we are. Right.
Yeah, just having fun.
Yeah, fun time. But yeah. So is there's anyone here who's like come in, discovered us on the Kickstarter in the last couple of weeks? One of the functions of us being here now is to answer questions about things. So if you have any particular questions, hollers, hey holler, Steve-O, also an official big ups to Professor Loop. Should we make Echolox yellow like Clun?
I'm going to add some Clun now.
Early backer, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. 96k Kickstarter. Oh, is it ticked over to 96? Oh, fantastic. That's great. Yeah, no, it's been sort of steadily ticking up the last few days. So yeah, we're almost 400%. 400%. Boom. I see you there, Steve-O. I see you. I like you. I like your humour. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, it's gone up. That's nice. It's always nice when it goes up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like we're not too far off our first stretch goal, which is song mode.
Tell us again about song mode.
So, see you, DJ. Yeah. So, in song mode, we will build functionality that will allow you to chain a bunch of riffs. So, if you've got the latest version of the app, you'll see the Riff Feed that looks like this. Well, I was showing you earlier on the app. Right? Yeah, we've got to get it on the iPad app. How about that? Having said I was going to make music, I'm going to go back to the Riff Feed now just to show the Riff Feed. So right now in the Riff Feed you see like single riffs, but song mode, which is what we will build, and it looks like it's going to be a shoo-in to getting to 400% of our funding goal and being able to build song mode. That will that's pretty much a dead cert, I'd say, and you'll be able to chain riffs in really simple arrangements. You can head to the Kickstarter page and you'll see a GIF that actually has a kind of screenshot mock-ups of how it's going to work, and it will show you it kind of cycling. You'll be able to see that there's this kind of area you'll be able to drag riffs in, and sequence them in a kind of like song chain mode. I believe the TR-808 has something like that. So it's really, we're keeping it really simple because, you know, one of the whole things with Endless is we don't want to force you down a big deep dive wormhole where you end up staying up till 4 a.m. EQing your snare. The idea is to keep everything quick. So even if you're arranging a bunch of riffs into a song in song mode, then you can still just do it very, very quickly. And so let's say you've been in a jam for like half an hour, it's been kicking off, you've gone through loads of great material, you just go in there, like drag a few riffs in, say like how long, whether you want them to loop 2 bars, 4 bars, 8 bars, whatever, and then, you know, how long they'll play before they move on to the next riff. And there's your song. So you can arrange tracks in, you know, just like a couple of minutes. And that is song mode. So Echolox looks kind of blurry today.
It's actually probably my webcam because I'm not on my DSLR today. It's just on my webcam, and it's not the best. It's not the best.
It's all right.
It's about the sound, really.
It's about the sound, and you've got a good frame rate to make up with it. For it. Yeah. That's a fairly natural-looking frame rate. So you can add some sharp. Okay, shall I sharpen Echolox?
So today is just visual effects stream.
Yeah, welcome to the Endless Visual Effects live stream. So what we're going to do now, sharpen. Okay. I can't actually see. Right, okay, turn up the sharpen. Yeah, looking pretty sharp. It's actually it is quite effective sharpened, isn't it? Hang on, let's take it off.
I'll see it in about 10 minutes, 10 seconds.
Right, I've got you a max sharpen now. You're as sharp as... Yeah, no, that's pretty sharp.
It doesn't look deep fried. It looks a little deep fried, but not too much. Not
too deep fried. Well, also, I mean, this camera is terrible at making me look really grey. Like, I honestly don't look this grey in real life. Anyway, sorry, here.
Answering the important questions about Ender
important
Studio.
Questions, yeah. So Ender Studio doesn't make your hair look grey. Yeah. So song mode. Anyway, we are now, as of right now, we are £3,752 away from building song mode. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And of course, once we smash through the song mode stretch goal, there is, as you'll see on the page, it sort of tapers off, and you can see very faintly the next stretch goal. So we have another stretch goal after that, and after that, if we get to 150, sky's the limit, basically. So let's see, if you fancy, maybe you pledged just for studio, an early bird studio at £85. Maybe you could consider like going for Studio HD, a lifetime of high quality, high definition, lossless calibration. Daddy Man, it won't prolong the release. So we will still release all the core functionality on and as per the time schedule that we laid out. So that's a Mac Alpha in December. So prototype in July for those who backed the prototype tier. Mac OS Alpha in December. Windows Alpha in February. Mac Beta in February. Windows Beta in May. Mac launch in May. That's what we're going for. Feeling pretty confident we're going to hit those milestones now. Actually, I've been speaking with the team quite a bit recently, and yeah, everyone's confident we can do that, which is really cool. But we will do so with the stretch goals. We won't necessarily ship those with the with the original releases, with the version 1 releases, because the thing is, we only have a certain number of people. I mean, if we do way more than we're doing now, then we can actually like bring in more people, etc., etc. And we're actually looking at ways of bringing in more engineers at the moment anyway. So, with this stuff, it all really depends on, the people available to do it and how long it takes to do the work. And we've done a fair amount of planning. So yeah, in some respects it's different. So usually a Kickstarter campaign, most Kickstarter campaigns are for hardware, or they have like a big hardware element to it, where the prototype has been built and the Kickstarter is raising funds to to set up the tooling, to set up manufacturing processes, supply chain logistics and stuff like that. So really you're just raising money to kind of like replicate the thing you've already made at a big scale. Whereas obviously with software, you're raising money to actually make the thing. So it's a slightly different way of doing things. Sorry, the Boundless. But for the Who's Riff, can we integrate like more improv games and things? For example, just in a suggestion from the audience. That I defer to.
Yeah. I just
Echolox.
responded in chat. I'll do think about it because I do want more games. The fact that we switched to a new general format for the game show rather than just Riff Battles means that we can try a lot more different kinds of games with a lot more like viewer participation. I mean, we already had that last time with like the sample that we picked from the audience, and the whole tempo troll is basically one big participation thing. So there's definitely going to be more. I can't promise that we'll have a new game every single week, but I will try to add some new ones and try out some new ones. Because last time, for example, we discovered that the Unsmoosh Your Riff or Unsmoosh That Riff game, where the idea is you take a smooshed riff and try to recreate it layer by layer. That was very interesting and fun for the participants, but we felt like it didn't really, it didn't really come across that exciting as like for the viewership. So we're thinking about doing that as like a weekly challenge from the Riff Feed, maybe like outside of Whose Riff Is It Anyway, and then basically just show some results like Riff of the Week-esque, that kind of stuff. So basically we're in the tryout phase, and we're coming up with new games. And all the time I say we, I'm basically just sitting here like, okay, what can we do? But yeah, that's the general idea. There's gonna be more games, certainly. I see that you've switched to solo mode. Are you not entertained by my clunning?
No, I just instinctively I was on the feed, and I was playing back something through the feed. I was just like, oh, we need to add to this, and then I realised that the only way to add something to that was to remix it. Anyway, so my etiquette is all over the place. I'm too out.
By the way, I haven't been in contact with Ryan Stiles just yet. Let's get it all working smoothly, then I'll hit him up.
Okay, good plan. Well, should we return to our little jam? Nice. What was that? That kind of hang drum kind of sound that you were using. No, can we expect much of it on the iOS app? Hollowhead. Yeah. No, we will be doing some updates on the iOS app. But generally, yeah, between now, for the next 6 months, we are going to be focusing mostly on getting Studio out there. I mean, again, it also depends to an extent on the team size. And as I said, we're looking to find ways to bring more engineers on. The more we have in the mix, then the more we can kind of separate these streams of developing iOS, developing macOS and Windows. But they'll also, just for the record, the way we're building the desktop, the way we're building Studio, the standalone app and the plugin, is we're kind of modularizing. So when you see the desktop app and the VST plugin, you'll notice that actually there's a lot of recycled components from the iOS app. And what we're doing is trying to make it so once we've kind of refactored the interface for desktop, so landscape with kind of like 3 sort of mobile apps in a row, that we can actually really easily build features cross-platform. So if we want to, for example, song mode is a really good example of this. The way song mode will work in the desktop is going to be pretty much exactly the same as it works in the app, just a slightly different form factor. So yeah, we're going to be basically building functionality as cross-platform as possible. So yeah, how do licenses work? Also, hey Sax Warrior, Hollowhead Deniman, Biddle 370018. That's a lot of numbers. How do licenses work? I have a live jam room computer and looping station computer, and would like to have running installs on 2 machines at the same time. Yes, that absolutely works. So this is your Endless account. It's based on you. It's based on your account. It's cross-platform. You can use it across as many devices as you like, or at least that's the way it's going to work for the time being. I mean, if we end up having, like 50% of our users install it on 50 devices, then that obviously is going to hit our servers hard. But we assume that people who get a studio subscription will want to get quite a lot of use out of it, and they will probably have Endless installed on maybe 3 or 4 devices, maybe a desktop, a laptop, an iPad, and an iPhone, for example. So yeah, we certainly. I'm not going to commit to never capping the number of devices, but if we do cap the number of devices, it's. I'm not going to say a figure, but it will be reasonable. So if you've got a desktop and a laptop, and maybe even a third kind of desktop slash laptop device, yeah, it's all going to work totally fine. Then just one license. Is landscape mode in iOS a big job, Jimmy Sandwiches? So what we're hoping is that as I said, we're building the desktop and VST apps as a kind of modularized version of the mobile app in a landscape format. And we're hoping that will translate quite well to an iPad layout. And if it does, then we'll offer that as a landscape mode on iPad. But that remains to be seen. Basically, once we finish that for VST and desktop, we will just build it as an iPad app and test it out and see. If it's just yeah, that's great, works totally fine as an iPad app, then landscape mode is done. But often there are many devils in details, so we'll have to see. It's Biddle on a calculator, right? But yeah, true fact, Biddle was born in the year 370,018. Or hasn't been born anyway. Yeah.
I'm out of the loop.
One day it will be cool to use my Endless profile. Yes. Yeah. So Hader, this is massively on our roadmap. In fact, there's been some chat about this kind of stuff today. So basically, you're talking about Endless on the web, so little insight into the various Endless skunk works. We do actually have a very early version of a web player for riffs. I mean, it's not even alpha. I mean, it just doesn't work properly at all. I mean, you can kind of play back some riffs and it doesn't look, and it's got all sorts of bugs, but we'll probably get back to that at some point, because I think that's going to be really interesting, where you can just send a link to a friend. You can be in a jam and share a riff to the feed, and then just send a link to that, and anyone can access it off platform. Because yeah, one of the whole points of Endless is to build. It's a place where you can come in. If you want to come in and just listen and kind of witness. Oh, nice. So look, mostly going to lose iOS app. I'll wait for updates on iOS. Pledge D. Loop, thank you. You're a legend. Pledge D to have a possibility to make sounds for iOS and download uncompressed stems. Thank you, Loop. You're a legend. And everyone who backed us is a legend. We're really, really grateful, because we know that what the proposition, selling software on Kickstarter, we haven't made it yet. And so it's really great that you've seen what we've done here, and we can do good stuff. So it's great, you trust us, you back us, and you're into what we're doing, and that just feels really, really, it's really, really great, and we're very, very grateful for that. So thank you. piano roll, Janga Manga piano roll. Oh, I bumped the volume of the music up. Yeah, the music's pretty good. I'm liking this line, this kind of bass line. What do I want to do to that? I just want to put loads of reverb on it.
You want to saturate it, be honest.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm going to saturate it.
Well, while you're playing around with that, I just want to highlight another discovery that our very own Professor Loop actually made. Because there's on the Discord server, there's now a tutorial about how you can set up a MIDI foot pedal, or just technically any MIDI controller, but specifically foot pedal, to actually activate the looper or control the looper in Endless. So if you play guitar or like any instrument where you need both hands, there is a way, albeit a somewhat convoluted way, but there is a way to control the looper with a foot pedal. Yeah, there's a video tutorial that Loop posted, and it's genius. It's great. I haven't tried it yet, but I will, because I've started using my guitar again with Endless, and that's awesome. Ooh, now it's loud.
I've louded it. I'm also going to saturate that kick that I just put in.
Nice. Okay. I assume you caught all the questions that came before the Professor Luke
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So
upside down mode was requested.
Yeah, oh man. So this is a bug with Juice.
It's annoying.
We really want this fixed. Maybe I should, because I know Julian, the guy who made Juice. I should probably drop him a line and see what's going on there, because basically it's a Juice. What we're talking about is like, let me turn this around to the camera. You want to be able to do this, and for it to flip back the other way, which is a very reasonable request. But unfortunately, the actual framework that we use to develop this in iOS doesn't allow that, and it should allow that, and we've asked them to allow it. So we hope it will come soon. The tutorial seems kind of tricky. Oh, I've got problems, right? Okay. Yeah. So Angle Maker, do check out that video by Loop. It's amazing and it's so cool. Also, I mean, that will be very much in there in Endless Studio. I'm gonna go off quantize. No, I don't even know how to use Endless these days. Huh? What did I?
Speech to left channel and music to right channel. What is it specifically, the context for that? Harder, Hader. Speech to left.
Oh, you mean on the stream?
Ooh, that would be
weird.
I don't know
weird.
about that.
Yeah.
They should just have like multi-channel audio on streams.
Well, yeah, no, that's true. Anyway, any chance of further MIDI mapping before Studio? I don't know. I mean, I think at some point we will have basic MIDI mapping in the iOS app, so you can, for example, like plug a MIDI keyboard in, and it'll be mapped straight to notes. So you'll be able to like play the pads and the notes. But I don't think. Well, certainly not before Studio out. Studio is out, so Studio is going to have all the deep mapping stuff, and we've already got this kind of Python script thing working, so you can kind of program deep MIDI mappings in Python. And by the time, I think I need to check in exactly on all the stuff that we're actually delivering, but I'm pretty sure that we will have kind of like UI-based MIDI, like MIDI learn kind of stuff for the alpha version in December. I'm pretty sure. Note repeat, yes. Red Sky, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're doing very well. About ARP note repeat. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, if I could like leave Endless and reapply for a job at Endless, like the job that I would apply for is like designing all the effects and designing all the instruments and all the frameworks for building them and all the kind of play assistants and arpeggios and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's not my job these days, which is, a shame. But anyway, someone will get to do that, and I'll be really excited when it's done. And I'll probably have a lot of things to say about how it should be done. But I'll try not to micromanage. Yeah, Red Sky, man, your drums. The drums. These drums are based on your drums, Red Sky.
They're wobbling hard.
They are. Yeah.
I think they're wobbling at a D sharp. I think we're gonna switch to D sharp.
Yeah, man, there's so much DSP that I pine for.
Curious about the timeline on the app. How far back does the server hold riffs on the app itself? Is it literally endless or like a couple of days?
Yeah, no, right now it's literally endless. Literally goes right back into time. I mean, at some point, we're going to have to be reasonable about this, because if you think about like how basically our storage is just going to go up exponentially as we get more users on the platform, more content. It's going to be insane. So at some point, we'll work out a way of probably having a kind of like staged sort of deprecation of older stuff. So let's say a jam that hasn't been accessed for a year, we'll probably like put that off into like really like cold storage, as they say. And maybe even, could even end up going up for deletion, for example. But yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, it's nice to endless with an Abletonist with lots of nice plugins. Your presaging studio. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, my new setup, it already feels like it's already running as a plugin in there. The only difference is that it has to run through a different mixer, and then I got a second iPad sometimes connected to it.
Right.
But yeah, I'll do another. I mean, I can if I move my camera around, you can see in the back there the live set, like all the stuff that's. I don't know if it's in view right now, but I think it's
yeah. No, it's not actually. A bit further over. Can you move it further over? Oh, it's just a bit further. Bit further, a little bit further. Yeah, there we go. That's it in view. So you can see Echolox's live setup.
Yeah, and that's the little mixer, like a Behringer USB mixer that's connected to the iPad, and like a bunch of like smaller patch cables that go into the back of my proper Scarlett interface.
Nice. So Biddle, offline mode. So yeah, you can definitely use Endless in offline modes right now, for sure. So if you go, I mean, obviously you can't collaborate in offline mode, but you can take it on a plane, play solo. It's a great, well, no, you can't take it on plane because no one can take anything on planes these days. But in the days when we used to like fly around the world, which seems like a whole world ago, an age ago, you could while away. I whiled away a lot of long haul flights on Endless, which was really cool. Got the same energies. There's another. Oh yeah, in terms of running a local server. Yeah, I mean, Probably not, because it would just the way the whole thing's kind of built around because it's built around this sort of like social concept, community concept, that although you have your kind of groups, but the way they relate to. So I mean, if you did something, if you set up allowed local servers and so on, I think it would become super complex in terms of if you wanted to like post that stuff on the Riff Feed and so on. So yeah. Neon just got a novation circuit a few days ago from Endless Adventure. I really have no clue how to use it. I know what you mean. Get it, but I know I can load samples into drum pads. So my question is this: are the endless sounds available, or will I have to sample them myself? Oh, that's interesting. I mean, obviously we do have the samples kicking around somewhere because we have to get them in there as WAVs at some point. I mean, the raw sound, I mean, they've got like mappings to the, to the filters and the VCA, the envelopes and stuff like that. So I'll have a think what we could do for that. I mean, in the meantime, yeah. I mean, go ahead, sample them, stick them in your circuit, and then we could have like a Novation Clun circuit. Is it time to Clun?
It's time for mating call. What about an alert before deletion? In terms of like about the riffs sticking around forever, or rather not sticking around forever. I mean, yeah, that could make sense. Like something that tells you like, hey, like a weekly digest of like, hey, these riffs are gonna be deleted at some point. That would be.
Oh, is that? Oh, right. So,
yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not looking. That's a YouTube. Wouldn't that alert before? Well, we probably would do. If we were going to delete a jam, let's say there's a jam that hadn't been active for a year, and
everybody
was up
left
for deletion. Yeah, then we'd probably send a notification. That would make sense. I mean, we're right now everything gets kept, but that'll only work out for a certain amount of time, because at some point we'll take up every single hard drive on planet Earth, and that won't do. If someone kills your new riff, can they lose one instrument? I can't wait till I can use plugins and so on. Hey, Bill! And Clay, I'm curious how you see Endless Advance as a tool for live jamming from riff to riff. Well, I mean, Endless is like a proper just live jamming, as in like the live jamming workflow. I think the desktop version, that's where that really is. Oh, I see what you mean. So like going into the Riff Feed and saving a bunch of riffs to some kind of like playlist, and then using those to DJ with. Like that is that is totally doable. It's something we actually talked about a while ago. Over a year ago, maybe like 15 months ago, we did this event. Do you remember events? Like IRL events? And we actually had a Riff DJ set. In fact, there is a Riff DJ. We've built a Riff DJ setup with like a sort of Pioneer DJ mixer and 2 iPads synced over a Ableton link. And then we were kind of like, mixing riffs together and playing stuff live. It was really cool. So anyway, yes, no, that is on our radar as a use case. I mean, basically, there's so many use cases for Endless. That it is literally endless, and we have to figure out like which ones to do next. Circuit only 1 minute sample time is something always. A mute button would be awesome for stuttering things. Ah, yeah. So you mean like a mute, so you could like do that, but record it like an effect. This is great. I think I'm going to share this. So I'm really into. I don't know how everyone else feels about this, but I'm really into like trawling through the jams and then just posting riffs that I've had nothing to do with in the feed.
So you're the curator.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I think curation is a really big thing. Curation is like the thing that we've like completely lost in the music industry. It's all done by algorithms nowadays. And I used to love like getting musical recommendations from people who kind of do the trawl, the journalists and so on who do the trawling and background. So Loop, yeah, background audio is easy in the app, but background connection to our servers isn't so easy. So that's a whole thing. Enter Lang, hi. D-Source, hi. Big ups. How y'all doing? Instant Layer Reaper. Just.
Yeah, I can elaborate on that because I was present while that discussion was happening. After the gig, they kind of noticed like there were some layers that stuck around like for a long time that nobody touched, and just like as a self-control mechanism, it would be cool if you could set like a decay time of like, hey, if this loop had played like 20 times or like after a certain amount of riffs, it just mutes the layer automatically, so you don't get stuck with that one layer always playing because you never kill it yourself.
Right. I've just posted a riff that you made. Well, actually, it does say this.
Nice. Well, my use case, my oh, bless you. My favorite use case of the Riff Feed is I go through there when I like something that I feel like, oh, this could use a little something of this. This could use a little bit of clun. Then I like to remix it. And then typically what I've seen like other people do is like they take a screenshot of the original riff and post that as the background. So it's like, if you've seen those TikTok memes where it's like a video within a video within a video, where it's like this whole chain of things. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So basically the social distancing version of instant remixing each other in a jam. You're not in the same jam, but you remix it from a riff. And then that's how you can make new friends.
Vielen Dank, Angelmarker. Right. Yeah, sorry, was I in a different world? I think I probably was in a different world. I'm in many worlds at the moment. Ooh.
Let me wake you up.
Right. I need quantize on for this.
Ooh, we somehow managed to fold it all down into one layer. Or maybe I did. There seems to be still some remnants of the old layer targeting happening sometimes, but you just don't see it.
Right.
Any mixing guidelines before you share riff? I mean, make sure it doesn't clip. But other than that, I mean, you can post this with, please do a proper mixing job at this, and then somebody will mix it for you. All right, see you, Loop. See you around.
Yeah, see you, Loop. Take care. Bad Rico, self-dissolving setting for riffs like leads or temporary vox spice be sweet.
Yeah. Similar idea to what the skulls were talking about. Like if you just want something to just play once or twice for like a vocal stuff, vocal thing or something.
Yeah, like one shotty. Endless has changed my ability to interact with musical. Well, amazing, Angle Maker. That's great. That is cool. Thank you. As I've said before, we only made a door, and then you all went through it and made a world. So thanks for coming here and making your world.
Oh. Let me just add this again. I don't have to do anything anyway, because you like the previous base arpeggio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm giving you another one.
Nice.
So easy to share with friends, and now Wednesday night is a real treat to gather remotely and musically.
Nice.
That's cool.
So Ross is sending pretty well.
Ooh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, let's read out for people who don't see the chat.
Oh yes.
So there is one app that I have. So NJ Lang posted this. There's one app that I have that does like fake velocity sensitivity pretty well, probably by measuring how much of the finger is actually in contact with the screen, and that would be nice to have feature on the Endless. So you could like tip and go on there too for like very little velocity. I don't know. It's worth a try. Oh yeah, DSauce posted the foot controller link. It's good stuff. Yeah, foot controller. I kind of want to have my foot controller again. Like when Endless happened, I like put all my MIDI controllers on the shelf, and then I like got this thing out again at some point, and then I got this thing out for the Riff battles and all that to control the live streams and the gigs. Now I got my MPD, or whatever it's called, 16, the arcade drum pad thing out again. Now I want my foot controller out again. I'm grabbing all my MIDI controllers again. Like once Studio's out, I'm probably just gonna recreate the whole flow machine again. And then it's like, why do you want to carry out 40 kilos?
You will, yes.
But yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll be able to do a proper video again about this whole setup, because I hope this will inspire some people in their setups. Because one of the big problems that I wanted to solve is if I were to play a gig and stream it at the same time, then everybody could hear what I'm doing on Endless like immediately. The same way people can hear immediately what you're doing. But since you're demonstrating, that makes sense. Like it's a good thing that people just saw how you apply that comb filter. But if I'm playing a gig, I don't want that. So I got a second iPad for that, and then a crossfader between the two, and then it goes crazy. Right. It goes really crazy. But yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, so you've basically got like pre-listen iPad, and then you've got the live. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I got the active iPad that I actually use, and then the passive one that's just acting as if I was streaming the gig from somewhere else.
Yeah,
and
interesting.
Thanks to Ableton Link, they're actually in sync. So if we switch around on the crossfader, it doesn't always hit the same bar, but it's definitely on beat.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. I guess like with the flow machine, it was just only ever, it was like live.
Yeah.
Chaos. I like just permanently trying to kind of, order, try and like rein in chaos.
Yeah.
Basically.
I like to be more careful than that.
Nah. Big risk taker here. Right here.
Oh yeah.
Risk taker.
We currently use the accelerometer in the devices for filter modulation.
We currently do not use the accelerometer in devices for. Travis. No, we don't. No, it could be. It's funny actually. We discuss this quite a bit, because I mean it's really easy to do that. I mean, it's just you just plug in that data source. You probably have to do a little bit of smoothing to it, etc. but we sort of, I think there were quite a few apps that did that, like just when smartphones emerged, and people just like, wow, you've got accelerometers and you can like do this and that with it. But if you're walking down the street, kind of, it's okay to walk down the street doing this, like everyone does it. But once you're walking down the street going like, it's kind of, I think it's. My hunch was that it just wouldn't really. It's like a cool thing that would be cool, but actually, you get more control with an XY pad. I mean, it's not as like sexy and gestural and so on, but actually, it's more convenient and kind of more accurate. Anyway, that's. But we could certainly add it at some point. It wouldn't. Punctrometer. Let's see if I can. Will there be arpeggiators? There will be one day, one fine day, punctrometer, there will be arpeggiators. Most definitely. Travis, yeah, or positioning sound in 3D space, that too could be super, super cool. I'm gonna do some high pass filtering now.
How about using it to position sound in 3D space? I mean, technically, if we did accelerometers, you could map them to any of the extra knobs. I mean, I would say like you got the XY pad for like the obvious like 2 parameters that you would change on that effect, and then you could go anywhere with the accelerometers.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like custom mappings. Because sometimes I wish like certain other things, certain other parameters were mapped on the XY pad than the ones that they are currently.
I think it's basically with the accelerometer stuff. It's like basically as the whole platform progresses, the idea is that it generally the idea of Endless is that tempo troll is it's a sort of broad church, and we want it to be a place where you can be a complete beginner and come in and either just listen to stuff on Endless and start to dabble and start to get tempted into making music and doing it socially and doing it with friends, etc. And then you can just like take that, get better and better, get more involved, one step at a time, until you get to this kind of like super user, like hacker thing where you're making your own sound packs and you're even like designing your own effects and making your own MIDI mappings and stuff like that. So I'd say like using the accelerometer could be one of those kind of features that we could then surface to, let's say, if you're really into you're more of a kind of, you're as much as a hacker as a musician maybe, then that's when accelerometers get really interesting. But I think for providing a really good like straight out the back, off the bat, out of the box solution for people that's really easy to understand. I think probably just having pads and an XY pad to control things is probably the best like first touch point. But yeah. What's with the crazy colours on the iPad cam? Yeah, I know. I have no idea what is going on here. I kind of looked at doing a colour correction. I'll tell you what, I'll just turn the camera off. I'll turn it off or on again.
Oh no, oh no.
To be to be fair, I accidentally left the camera on since the last stream. No, it's still. Yeah, that's not. I hope it's not the camera actually. That would be really bad.
No. Yeah, it would be great to see a toolbox for wiring together your own Max-esque things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I have a sneaking suspicion my DSLR has broken. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge, not on the stream. And it should be under warranty, so Yeah, I thought it was a white balance, but it should do auto white balance. Yeah, I'll have a play. I'll take it down and have a play with it afterwards and see. It's connected via a capture card. Yeah, no, it's still. Well, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It does, isn't it? Like it's a sort of flash, like tungsten white balance. Anyway, well, actually, it's getting close to the witching hour. It's nearly 8. So yeah, we're gonna sign off fairly shortly. But any other questions? Any other burning things before I go and find out what on earth's going on with this DSLR? Stream guide on Discord. That sounds... How else should I distract myself this afternoon in the States?
You can watch the old streams that you might have missed, which are almost all of them are on YouTube. I still need to transfer some of them over from Twitch to YouTube. That's one thing you could do.
That is... Actually, I would highly recommend... Well, so we had Waldorf and the Skulls this weekend.
Yeah, I still have to put them on YouTube, though.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. When they go
Tomorrow.
on YouTube, do watch them. I mean, I really liked the Skulls. I thought that was outstanding. It felt like Future Sound of London 25 years ago, but in a completely modern context with amazing visuals. So yeah, big ups to everyone on that.
Yeah. And then later this week, because somebody asked about a stream schedule of sorts, stream guide on Discord. So on Friday we're doing Who's Revisit Anyway again, and I don't remember quite, but I might still need a second participant. I don't remember the sign-ups right now. Might be next week that I need a second one, but do sign up for Who's Revisit Anyway.
Yes.
So that's happening on Friday, and on Saturday we have Bongo Frontier. It's a duo, I believe. I know that Zordulations is in it, and I know they're doing some crazy stuff because I follow them on Instagram, and I always enjoy when they post. So that gig is gonna be crazy.
Nice. Oh, I look forward to that. Kilmobile, about the merch in the campaign. So all the merch. So if you want to get merch, that after the campaign ends, you'll get a survey so you'll be able to like add on your merch at the end of the campaign. So yes, do pick up the coasters and the mug, and hope we'll be able to. We're looking at designing some face masks as well, some endless face masks. So we'll be able to add those at the end of the campaign. So yes, cool. Right, I think save any more burning questions. I think it's time to go and enjoy the last of the summer evening.
Yeah, and if you're not on the Discord server, join the Discord server. It's below the video player. And if you got any further questions after the stream is done, post them there. Don't necessarily always DM me. I know a lot of people, like by this point, like to DM me directly, and I'm very happy to help you all. But do try the server first, because there's a lot of knowledge on there that I'm not the only expert on. But yeah, there's a streaming guide there, and if you got any questions about like streaming setups, I'm very happy to help you with specific things. Just remember that I do not have a Mac. I've never owned a Mac, so I have no idea about Mac OS. But other than that, I'm very happy to help.
Cool.
Right.
Legendary, as always. Lovely to hang out with you all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon with more. Remember stretch goal, we're almost there. Almost there. So yeah, stay tuned. Many exciting things are to come. Bye! I'm gonna sort out my camera now. Bye everyone. Oh, where's my mouse?